All right, good morning. The content, those people who follow the content, I really want to ask you a favor as we are following, because I'm going to give you a clear update about Pi Network. But before I give out the update about Pi Network, I want to hit subscribe. According to the statistics of this channel, 60% of people who likely to watch our videos are not subscribed to our channel. So we kindly request you to subscribe to the channel. Now we are moving forward. Today we are on 11th and we are remaining with 20 days to reach to the Pi open mainnet. Maybe you have already mined your Pi and you are waiting for the right time to trade them. Let me say to trade them, or let me say to exchange it. But I first want people who have already mined the Pi network, Picoin as well, to understand the ecosystem very well so that you won't blame the core team. First of all, the core team have not mentioned any price at all. But we are willing the price to be high. But what people are calling GCV price is a price that was determined by the pioneers. Now, over 100 million are already mining Picoin, which means that there is a chance that the coin can bull. But again, this is many people have tried to, I have seen it in different channels. People have tried to give out the price that Picoin will be. But let me tell you something that is clear. This is the first time a digital currency, a global digital currency is launched. Because others are cryptocurrency. Regulations are very high. We don't know how the regulations are going to work. Everything is working on, the team is trying very hard to launch the digital currency. So the framework is different. Let me give you an example. The first example is that look at the way other cryptocurrencies, they just come. Bitcoin was they started it in 2008, and in 2009 the coin was already launched. Now think about it, it's just a short time. But with this digital currency that we have been mining, it's now, I think you see now, it's now already 5 years. Me, I started in 2020, and now you see now we are in 2024. So this is my fourth year mining Pi. I have encouraged many people to join, by the way, and I'm willing. But what I can assure you guys is that Picoin is going to perform very well. Let me explain the ecosystem. Normally in crypto coins, let me talk about Bitcoins, Ethereum, Solana, and other altcoins. For them, they depend on the exchange, which means Ethereum is there, but nobody's taking Ethereum to the market and buy things and buy a bread with Ethereum. Nobody. At least some people try to buy things with Bitcoin, but also there is a problem with Bitcoin because the fluctuation is too high. If you want to buy something, the only coin that people was using was USDT, because at least USDT is a stable coin. Now let's look at these factors, and if you consider it can be good, think a way that this Picoin is working to be decentralized and mostly be working and mostly be used in business to purchase goods and services. I think this makes this ecosystem to be bigger than any other cryptocurrency or any other digital or any stable currency that was introduced. Why do I think so? I think so because if they are trying to introduce it in business, this shows that it will be launched at a stable coin, whether $5, whether $10, whether 100,000 USD, but it's going to be a fixed price so that it can have the available, it can be able to perform different transactions. Which means if it's not going to be stable, it's going also to face different challenges. Like the same challenges that Ethereum face, Bitcoin face, Solana face. Let me give you an example. If you buy, if like you buy, like if you decide to import cars from maybe China, and Bitcoin is on 100, 100, 1,000, and 3,000, you will bring cars in any other country, and the cars may reach in Rwanda when you have already got interest before selling, or when you have already got loss before selling. Imagine that vulnerability. It's too high. So if Pi have tried everything to introduce itself to be in different businesses so that we can buy goods and services, so that its ecosystem will depend on customers, on people exchanging products, commodities. This shows that Pi will be launched at exact amount. My friend, we are praying for the team because it's not easy to launch a stable coin at that such amount. Because now there is no way Bitcoin can be, there is no way Picoin can be launched at a low price. Because now over 60 million have already KYC. Think of 60 million people who are mining, who are already holding the coin. Think about it. So the team has a very big job that they are doing so that everything can go in a right way. Now, Picoin is the first coin that is mined through the smartphone. With in help of the technology of Stellar Company, Stellar Company helps coins to integrate into banks so that the transaction of coins can be carried into bank. By the way, I would like to share this information that MoneyGram have already invented a system, have added the system so that you can go to any MoneyGram agent. Any MoneyGram, you go to any MoneyGram agent, you withdraw your cryptocurrency through MoneyGram. This is so good. I think this world is going to the right place. This world is going in a good place. So, my dear friends, I want us to stay on this product. Now, let me advise, let's talk about the price. You know, cryptocurrency had its formula to determine the price. And different analysts in the cryptocurrency have tried to give out their formulas relating to cryptocurrency, relating to coins. I have seen different YouTube channels have tried to give out prices. It will be 40, it will be 5, between $15, it will be 100. We don't know. The reason why I'm saying we don't know, this is a digital currency. It must have its own formula. It must have also its own ecosystem, and it must also have its different regulations. Because this Picoin is not going to be like Bitcoin, which most of the countries take it as legal. By the way, among the world, only 2 countries accept Bitcoin as legal tender. That's Central Africa and plus Salvador. Even the USA itself has not approved that Bitcoin is legal tender. Why governments are fighting? They are fighting because Bitcoin is user to user. If I pay you, there's no third party. Why we used we used to go to the bank, withdraw the money, and the bank knows the transaction and the remaining amount we have. But for this case, the economy is changing. We need transaction without a third party. We need freedom on our money. That's why some of government have not approved, let me repeat, have not approved that such a cryptocurrency. But for this digital currency, different countries are to fight to make digital currency. Different countries, even Rwanda is fighting. Which means digital currency a new product on the market compared to cryptocurrency, because cryptocurrency started in 2008. Now, this digital currency is a new product. It is facing a lot of challenges, and by chance, Picoin is performing very well, and we hope it to give us feedback. No matter how few Picoin you are going to have, you are going to see a difference. But I would encourage pioneers, when Picoin is launched, I would encourage you to use it as its ecosystem is determined. We use it through buying goods and services. Instead of working the same way that Bitcoin have been used, people have been using Bitcoin by exchanging, they kept exchanging it, only exchanging money. We need Picoin to work in its own ecosystem. Different businesses and individuals have approved to accept Picoin as their method of payment. Banks have already approved that the local banks, last time I talked about EcoBank, I talked about Citibank in the US, I talked about Bank. Those banks have already approached Stellar Company in a system called autonomous banking system, where we'll be able to withdraw Picoin or deposit Picoin. We'll be able to withdraw them from the different local banks. These international banks. And I told you also MoneyGram, Western Union is also working hard so that we will be able to withdraw our Picoin. Pioneers are requested to stay humble, and also they are requested also to perform very well doing their task. Share to your friend, encourage your relative. My friend, encourage your relative to hold this coin because it's going to boom and boost. Now let's talk about what will happen on day 31st December. Okay, we are not expecting exchanger to list Picoin. I want to assure you, because every coin gets listed today and it takes time for other exchangers to list them. Yesterday I was checking on an exchanger called ATX, and it has said if there is no change happen with the Pi core team, HTX is willing to launch the Picoin on 29 as its own exchanger method. We look forward to see the solution and how things will be handled. I also look forward and I'm willing to exchange my coins as soon as possible. So if you take these things seriously, you invite your relatives, you invite your people, you invite everyone that is around you. Let them know the Picoin as we are moving towards Picoin. We look forward for every change that is possible and every ability that is near you. So every exchanger will list Picoin after its own mainnet. It will not be on 15th, on 31st. It will be after 31st. That's when pioneers will go through and start withdrawing and depositing their coin around. That's what we are expecting. Don't say that it's the day of its own mainnet that Binance will list the coin. It won't. So let's know that, and let's note that. By the way, I wish and I encourage you to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so that you can see the next of what's happened to our channel.